ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ವೀಕ್ಷಕರೇ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಕ್ಷಿತ್ ರಾಜ್. ಟುಡೇ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇಸ್ forfeited of advance money. So what is forfeited? Forfeited is nothing but losing the interest or right of the asset. Okay, problem number 13 says Miss Kamala acquired a land on 1/1/2017 of rupees 2 lakh. She entered into an agreement to sell the land of Miss Vimala on 1/1/2010 and received rupees 50,000 as advance money. Miss Vimala could not materialize the agreement and therefore Miss Kamala forfeited of rupees 50,000 on 30/6/2010. Miss Kamala sells the land on 1/2/2019 for rupees 20 lakhs to Miss Mala. Calculate the capital gains where CII, that is nothing but cost of inflation index, say 2006-7 it is 122, 2010-11 it is 167 and 2018-19 it is 280. Here Miss Kamala has acquired the asset on 1/1/2017 for rupees 2 lakh, where she entered into the agreement that she could sell the asset for Miss Vimala, and Vimala paid some advance money of rupees 50,000, and later on 30/6/2010 she failed to pay the remaining balance, or she couldn't fulfill the agreement. Hence Miss Kamala has been forfeited the received amount. Later Miss Kamala again sold the same asset to Miss Mala on 1/2/2019 for rupees 20 lakhs. So previous year 2018-19, assessment year 2019-20, and assessee is Miss Kamala. So asset is a land here. So type of asset is, it is nothing but immovable property. So it is treated as special category of asset. So period of holding is, originally it was acquired by the Kamala on 1/1/2007 and she sold it to the Mala on 1/2/2019. So it is more than 24 months. So hence it is treated as long-term capital gains. So calculation of taxable long-term capital gains. Sale consideration is 20 lakhs which is received by Miss Mala on 1/2/2019, and less transfer expense. There is no transfer expense. So same balance is brought down and said net sale consideration. It is net sale consideration. Next, less index cost of, as it is long-term, we are going to deduct index cost of acquisition, where index cost of acquisition equals actual cost divided by CII of purchase into CII of sold year. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, why only actual cost? Because it is purchased after 1/4/2001. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ actual cost or fair market value ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಚ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಕಮಲಾ ಅಟ್ rupees 2 lakhs, but in between she received some forfeited money. So forfeited money ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 50,000. This cost of acquisition is an expense. ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಸೇಲ್, ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ನಾನು ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈ asset is 1,50,000. So here actual cost is 1,50,000 divided by CII purchase year. So CII purchase ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ, 2007. So in 2006-7 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಮಾರ್ಚ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು 6-7 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. 6-7 ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 122 and CII sold is ಯಾವಾಗ ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, in 2019 February 2019. ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, again 18-19. So 18-19 is 280. So 1,50,000 into 280 divided by 122 is 3,44,262, and less index cost of improvement. There is no index cost of improvement given in this sum, so it is nil. So balance will be carry forward, that is 3,44,262 shown in the brackets, and if we deduct that from 20 lakhs, the balance will be 16,55,738. is said that it is a gross long-term capital gain. So there is no exemption. Again the taxable long-term capital gain will be 16,55,738. Okay, let us move with the next problem, that is problem number 14. So 14 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, Mr. Chintan acquired a capital asset on 1/1/1978 for rupees 1 lakh. He forfeited rupees 5,000 on said asset on 1/1/1980. So andre he has been purchased originally on 1/1/1978 for rupees 1 lakh, and again he forfeited rupees 5,000. So andre ಯಾರಿಗೋ ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದಾನೆ, ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಮನಿ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ, that is 5,000. The fair market value as on 1/4/2001 is 2,45,000. So fair market value ಕೂಡ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, that is 2,45,000. Mr. Chintan again forfeits rupees 25,000. Again he forfeits some. Again ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರಿಗೋ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದಾನೆ. The contract has been cancelled and he has received 25,000 as a advance money. So ಅದನ್ನು ಅವನು ಅವನ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತದಂತೆ. Next, on the said assets on 1/1/2002. Next, the asset is sold on 1/2/2019 for rupees 25 lakhs. Again, finally, he sold the assets on 1/2/2019 for rupees 25 lakh. Calculate or compute the taxable capital gain for the previous year 2018-19. Previous year 18-19, assessment year 19-20, assessee Mr. Chintan, and the asset is, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ asset ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, so capital asset ಅಂತ direct ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So capital asset, there will be no type of capital asset, and period of holding, it is purchased on 1/1/1978 and sold on 1/2/2019. So illinda illige there is more than 36 months. So it is long term capital gain. Next, sale consideration rupees 25 lakhs less transfer expense nil. So same amount is carry forward, that is 25 lakhs is called as net sale consideration less index cost of acquisition. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ? ಬಿಫೋರ್ 1/4/2001. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಬಿಫೋರ್ 1/4/2001. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಸ್ ಆನ್ 1/4/2001 ವಿಚ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಯರ್ divided by CII purchase into CII sold. So here CII purchase is before 1/4/2001. So that anything which is before 1/4/2001 we are directly considering the base year, that is 100, and sold is 2018-19, so it is 280. So the actual cost of fair market value ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ, so ನಾನು actually cost ಬೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು 1 lakh, but fair market value 2,45,000 ಇದೆ. whichever is higher ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ 2,45,000 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. From this 2,45,000 we should deduct 5,000 and 25,000 which is forfeited by the assessee, and the balance is 2,15,000. So my actual cost of acquisition is 2,15,000. 2,15,000 into 280 divided by 100 is 6,02,000, and there is no cost of improvement, so less index cost of improvement nil. So balance is 6,02,000 shown in the brackets. So 25 lakh minus 6,02,000 is 18,98,000, which is called as gross long term capital gain. Again no exemption nil, so same balance is carry forward, that is 18,98,000 is the taxable long term capital gain. The problem number 13 and 14 got finished with forfeited of advance money. So problem 15 under this topic, take it as an assignment. Next topic is transfer of self generated assets. So that is problem number 16. Let us know, Mr. Dhawan transferred the following assets on 15/5/2018, where the assets are land acquired on 1978, goodwill of a business, and tenancy rights. There are three types of assets. One is land which was acquired on 1978, goodwill of a business, and tenancy rights. Next, cost. The cost of the land is 20,000 and there is no cost of goodwill and tenancy rights. Next, fair market value as on 1/4/2001 is 45,000, 50,000 and 80,000 respectively, and sale consideration is 8 lakh, 2 lakh and 3 lakh respectively. Determine the taxable capital gain for the previous year 2018-19. Here the previous year is 2018-19, assessment year is 19-20, and assessee is Mr. Dhawan, and he has three forms of assets, that is land, goodwill and tenancy rights. So calculation of taxable capital gains, particulars and three columns. So we know that the land is being purchased in the year 1978. So till from 1978 till the previous year 18-19, that is more than 24 months, that is why it is treated as long term capital gain. So goodwill is, we don't have the purchase date, but we have the fair market value as on 1/4/2001. So from that date to previous year, it is more than 36 months, and goodwill is an other assets. So that is why we are going to treat it as long term capital gain. Next, tenancy rights. Again, it is also other assets where the holding period will be more than 36 months. That is why it is treated as long term capital gains. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ what is land, goodwill ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. So land is a immovable property treated as special category of asset. So goodwill is other asset, but this is called as self generated asset. So self generated asset ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? Those assets which can be generated by the assessee himself with no cost of acquisition. So those kind of assets are called as self generated assets. ಅದೇ ತರ tenancy rights ಕೂಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. It is also self generated asset. What is tenancy right? Is nothing but tenancy right is a asset which is acquired or possessed or occupied by the assessee with some payment of rent or lease is called as tenancy rights. So ಈ ಎರಡು asset ನ ನಾವು self generated assets ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So how they are treated for the tax calculation ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. So holding period ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. All the three are long term capital gains. So sale consideration of land is 8 lakh, which is given in the sum, and 2 lakhs for goodwill and 3 lakh for the tenancy rights. And there is no transfer expenses, so less transfer expenses will be remain nil. So same amount will be carry forward, that is 8 lakh, 2 lakh and 3 lakh respectively, and they are called as net sale consideration. Next, less index, as they are long term, index cost of acquisition should be deducted. And point to be noted that any self generated asset is not eligible to calculate the index cost of acquisition. So as per the IT rules, there is no benefit of index cost of acquisition for the goodwill or tenancy rights. So that is why they are nil, but we have to calculate the index cost of acquisition for land. So ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Again, land is being purchased in the year 1978, so which means before 1/4/2001. So that is why index cost of acquisition equals actual cost or fair market value as on 1/4/2001, whichever is higher, into CII sold divided by CII purchased. So the actual cost of fair market value is, actual cost is 20,000, fair market value as on 1/4/2001 is 45,000. So whichever is higher will be treated as cost of acquisition, that is 45,000 divided by CII purchase. So CII purchase, anything which is purchased before 1/4/2001, we are going to directly take the base year as the purchase year. So here 100 will be the base year into CII sold, that is 280. So 45,000 into 280 divided by 100 is 1,26,000, and remaining two assets will be nil. Next, less index cost of improvement. There is no improvement in any of the assets, so all the three are nil. The gross long term cap, as all the three are in the long term capital gain nature, so we can write gross long term capital gain, that is 6,74,000, 2 lakh and 3 lakh. Less exemption, there is no exemption for all the three assets. So taxable long term capital gain remains same, that is 6,74,000, 2 lakh and 3 lakh respectively. ನೀವಿನ್ನು ನನ್ನ ಚಾನೆಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಗಾಗಿ ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ.